Hello, people of the interwebs. Welcome to another Life with Limits. It is the 2nd of February, and yeah, hello. This is just a bit of a situation update, as I haven't done a video for a while. Sorry. At the moment, I have been rubbish. I've been slacking. I've been horrendously undisciplined, and as a result, I have overdone it, and over the last few days have felt quite rough. So, yet another one of those times when you think, yes, I should really be sorting myself out and doing things properly. I have finished the book I was reading, which was Beat Fatigue with Yoga, and in it I wanted to... in it were sort of exercises for meditation and for yoga. So I wanted to read all of it first so that I knew what was sort of expected. And now I feel that now I sort of know what I'm doing. It's I can do it. But in the book it talks about living in the present rather than thinking about the past, and rather than longing for the future, which I'm trying to do. It's quite difficult because I suppose I've always thought back to how I was before I was ill, and how I will be when I'm not ill. I think looking to the future is good, but I think getting yourself down about not being there, which I can do quite often, is a bad thing. I know I'm guilty of being frustrated with not being as far down the road to recovery as I really want to be, so I need to start setting goals, but if they're, well, I do set goals, but I find that if they're too big, it's hard to keep focused on them, and if they're too small, I never feel like I'm doing enough. So I need to, find a halfway house. I need to make them big enough so that I can still keep that desire to carry on and go, but not too small that I go, that's not good enough. I've done that, but it wasn't good enough. I think if I had a bigger goal, it reminds me of the quote about eating an elephant or something. You can't eat the elephant all in one go, you have to break it down into smaller chunks. So if I have a dream board, for example, and I put on various goals that I want to reach in time, I think I could probably break each one of those down into smaller goals which are more achievable. I think that might be the plan and the way to go. But I think it's difficult to do, and it's one of the frustrations I've been having at the moment, is setting goals and things that I can achieve. Now that I've finished the book, I'm going to try and focus a lot more on the meditative side of things, now that I do have a better understanding of what to do and how to do it. I've also got a meditation for dummies book, so I will read that as I'm going. I think I wanted to read it all first because I knew I wasn't really doing it quite as well as I should have, because all these thoughts were rushing in and out, and it wasn't really relaxing for me. But I need to calm my thoughts down and sort of sedate my brain a bit, to be more aware of what's going on inside me and not be quite so hard on myself, which I am. I'm always hard on myself. I think, you haven't done this, and you should have done this, and blah 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 blah, which is bad. I shouldn't be doing that. So I'm going to try and be a bit more at peace with myself and try and be a bit more aware of how I'm feeling and what's going on. There are, however, aspects of the yoga and the EFT that I don't fully understand. One example is that I'm not able to visualise an energy flow running within me. So, I think that may be something that I need to look into with regards to is it chi or chai, and I think meridian lines or something. I think they're energy flow, but yeah, I know there's meant to be an energy flow within us, and I don't know where it goes, so I can't visualise it, and I think that's hindering me because I need to be able to do that before I can, carry on. I don't quite buy into the theory of chakras, and I don't really understand it, so maybe that's just not an aspect of yoga that's for me. Maybe I just concentrate on maybe I'm thinking too much into it. Maybe I just concentrate on the poses and the breathing. I think that would probably help me. I like to try and do everything to the nth degree. So if there's a book that says do this, even if 4 of them would be fine, I want to try and do all of them. Maybe that's not good for me. Maybe that's not the sort of person I am. So I think I'll probably try and concentrate on just the poses and the breathing. So I'll see if that helps and start off with that. That's obviously better than nothing. I'm still trying the EFT, but I'm probably doing it wrong. I don't know if I am doing it right, or if it just doesn't work. But I know that it does work for some people, but it hasn't for me yet. So I'm going to try and do it, carry on doing it, but yeah, at the moment I haven't seen any benefits, but I'm sure it does work for some people, but it just hasn't for me yet, so maybe it's something that I need to concentrate more on, read more about, and keep trying. Maybe it's something I need practice at. I don't know. Although, saying that, I did have a minor revelation with regards, what's a regard? I don't know. With regards to the EFT phrasing of the I accept myself part. I was under the impression that I did. I'm happy with how I am as a person. I'm a nice chap. I like myself. But the problem sort of came about when my friend Louise said that I needed to stop thinking of CFS as an invading army and stop trying to fight it off in a defensive sort of fashion. Go away. Which is how all wars occur. I remember when the Nazis were coming over, Winston Churchill was there. Go away! I did try, and I thought I was starting to accept myself with it, but when I was due to have my hair cut, which needs doing, I started feeling really anxious, and after thinking about it, perhaps I don't actually accept myself with the CFS, so that's something that I want to work on. I need to learn to accept it and be more accommodating, and this is how I am, let's work with that instead of go away. I spent a lot of time in my head recently, which hasn't been ideal. I had a bit of a meltdown at the weekend, so I feel that meditation is something that I really want to start focusing on. I want to try and rein in the manic beastie in my head. Try and calm it down a little. So really that's where I am. I'm going to try and focus more on the meditation and do some yoga and hopefully get out in the nice chilly weather and have a little bit of a walk. But again, I'm going to try and not take on too much at once. How have you all been? I hope you've all been well. Let me know how you are in the comments down there, and yeah, I'm sorry for not updating you sooner, but as I said, I have spent a lot of time in my mind. Until next time, I hope you're well, I hope you have many spoons, and I shall catch you later. Toodaloo.